Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another awesome episode of Retweet and Delete. I am John.
I'm Prince Derek.
And I'm Sean Anthony Bryant.
And today we are bringing you a very special edition of our wonderful show. So Retweet or Delete is very simple. We run through a bunch of tweets that we find on Twitter, and we either agree with them and retweet them, or disagree and delete that bitch. Let's get started. First tweet is from Faithful Black Men Association. Stop projecting your unresolved childhood trauma onto black men you've literally never met. I'm gonna have to agree with this one.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna retweet, but because I think that as a gay black man who's receiving this tweet, right? I think that people do a lot of projection onto like their own insecurities onto another person, whether it be their partner or their friends or whatever the case may be. However, there are instances where niggas say things that, you know, are like, now hold on now, because you done did this and I'm not crazy when we're talking about this.
I will retweet this because I feel like even in our community, like there is a lot of unresolved trauma in the black community, and a lot of times we don't seek out ways to heal it. We just kind of like sweep it under the rug because we've been taught or we get brainwashed into being so resilient. And our idea of resilient means that I ain't got time to deal with this because I got to keep going. I just tough it out. I got to develop tough skin, and that is emotionally exhausting. Okay, and we are in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of information. We're in the age of emotional intelligence. And I think that there's a lot of work that we all have to do. One, to make sure that we are healing our own traumas, and two, not intentionally or unintentionally traumatizing other people.
Yeah, it's definitely a retweet. Just the ideal that black men ourselves, like, we have to stay strong. We have to be the strong, pillar for families. We have to be the strong pillar for the community. And I think that having that sort of responsibility in itself is already trauma.
Right.
It's already traumatizing to be thought of as just like, this stoic being who can't be touched by anything, but is also the most fragile and most sought after being in within the black community.
Right, so this next tweet comes from According to Tay with 3 E's. I'm so thankful for being raised by my black great-grandmother, black mom, and black aunts. The wisdom they bless me with is profound. It's because of my grandma that I can step into any room and read that bitch from left to right. Retweet. Love it.
It's a retweet for me.
Love that.
But I will say this. So me, I was personally raised by both of my grandmothers. My parents raised me, but I was blessed to be able to be around my grandmothers, my aunts. If it wasn't for my grandmothers, I definitely wouldn't be who I am today. My mother's mother taught me to be very spiritual. She taught me to be very close to God.
Shout out to women and black women in our family who've always held it down.
Our next tweet comes from @TheGreatHim, and it reads, "Hey, remember, if MLK cheated, you can too. Be great, fellas."
I just okay.
All right.
So you gonna go first?
So I'm gonna favorite it. We need to stop acting like MLK wasn't the man that he was. A lot of times we have the tendency to sweep under the rug what black men do, because, especially in this community, because we have this tendency to want to defend the black man ferociously.
When they're right.
When
they're right.
Yes.
When they're in
But
the
what we are
right,
not going to do is sit and pretend that MLK was a good guy.
But he was.
known.
He was a good man.
But yes,
but him
that's
being a
wonderful.
cheater.
Good man.
But it's beyond cheating. He was known for being a womanizer. That's just one of
A womanizer, a cheater.
Well, a womanizer is deeper than a cheater.
It's a hit Britney Spears song.
You talking about like being like a misogynist bitch?
She's like,
Yes.
was he a misogynist?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
well, he ain't shit for that.
He definitely cheated. Like, he was a man who cheated. He was a black man who cheated. Also, I'm tired of you niggas always being like, black men don't cheat. Nigga, that's just an excuse for you to cheat more. Stop it. That's not real. Because, like, people cheat regardless. He still is one of the greatest revolutionaries of our time. You know what I'm saying? I still think that he is still one of the greatest leaders ever. But But like it can always be a yes and. It doesn't have to be a but kind of thing. And it's like you can be a great leader and still be and have cheated. That's a fact, right? It's a delete. It's a delete for me. I think it's a delete.
It's a deleting report for me.
Okay.
One, MLK is my frat brother, and we will not go ahead with this slander. Though he did have infidelities within his marriage, I do not like it being used as a catalyst to promote infidelity. Like, if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, if you've made that commitment to your person, I don't care if MLK did. I don't care if Obama decided to cheat on Michelle Obama tomorrow. That ain't got shit to do with you and the commitment that you made to the person that you're with. So when I was defending MLK in this particular instance about using his infidelity as a way to validate you being an ancient person in a committed relationship, it's not okay. People are whole beings, and it is okay for you to say, yeah, he's a great man, but he cheated on his wife. That doesn't mean I got to cheat on my wife because MLK did it.
Oh yeah,
he's a great man.
Wait,
so I feel like
because
of the way that the tweet was set up is saying like, listen, you can still cheat on your wife and be great too. Like, first of all, most of you niggas ain't great, so you don't even deserve to cheat on.
Not MLK great.
That tweet does not apply to the masses because most of you people don't even fall in that. You can't afford to be cheating on nobody. MLK cheated on Coretta. Coretta was like, nigga, listen. Hold up, you got me fucked up. And with the kids, like, you got me fucked up.
This tweet is from @IamWorried2. Black History Month is right around the corner. Let's celebrate these beautiful melanin queens. Well, queen.
Oh, y'all better shut the fuck.
Bitch, that is Kim Kardashian.
That is not. Ain't that the girl from? Is that Walt Vicky?
And that's Bad Baby.
You better get Bad Baby ass out of here. Retweet if I want to be funny. But like,
right.
In reality, real seriousness,
like, no, but the fact that they celebrate Black History every day because they're trying to blackfish the world, we love you. We stand for you. But girl, stop it. It's a blocking report.
Something really bothers me about this sort of, I'm going to call it a wave of light-skinned women sort of...
light-skinned or white women?
Light-skinned and white women taking the place of Black women within pop culture. We're really seeing less and less of a representation of our darker-skinned sisters. But it's weird to me because they control so much of pop culture. If it wasn't for the ghetto Black bougie girls from the hood wearing the door knockers and doing the lace fronts and the colored weaves and the long nails, we wouldn't have so much of what's in culture right now when it comes to music, when it comes to popular styles, even aesthetics. It's just, it's very bothersome. So tweets like that very, very much bother me. It's a delete.
Like I said earlier in the show, Black women are God, and they are the format, they are the formula, they are the blueprint, and it's like, it's endearing to see the impact they're making on the world. That, you know, you got Asian girls, you got Mexican girls, you got Latino girls, you got Italian girls taking on to Black culture, taking it on, putting it, I won't say putting on as a costume, but like getting their bodies done to look like the African woman with the small waist and the big hips and the big butt and gotten the boobs on and gotten their lips done, and they brush their hair a certain way, they get the braids, and they're wearing our culture as a costume. They play into it like trolls, like Walt Vicky was like, you know, my melanin's popping. She had a post of the day where my melanin is popping or some shit like that. And I'm like, y'all are buying and playing into this shit. This bitch is wearing us like a costume and literally mocking us. Like, you're not a great representation of Black culture. Like, you're the bottom of the barrel representation of Black culture.
If you hate Black women, just say that. Like,
just say that.
Just say that. Because dog, like when a lot of these men are even asking like, what do you like about these women? They talk about how much they hate Black women.
It's us too.
Who's us?
And you know, not us.
Oh, okay.
But it's a lot of people within the LGBTQ community too. It's everybody who's attached to pop culture. We see even young Black girls who are saying, oh, Kim Kardashian, that's bae. She's the perfect this, she's the perfect that. We're seeing young Black girls literally do everything to fit that aesthetic.
And I look at a Black woman who looks like Kim Kardashian and say, oh, you look trashy, you like slutty, you like a stripper. But Kim Kardashian looks beautiful and she looks perfect. Right. Or you see a white woman like Iggy Azalea, get her body done, and you're like, oh my God, that looks perfect on her. But it's more to it than just the look. Like, no, we would need to talk about what is it about us
Right.
that we don't like about us. We find those people like you were talking about who go up for the white girls, but what black aesthetic they don't like. What is it about us that has turned us off of us? And how do we address it? How do we do surgery on ourselves?
So this next tweet comes from Hakeem_Shadi, and it says, black people ain't ever on time. #versus. Well, we ain't never on time. Time is a construct.
It's a construct. Black people are on time in their mind. And I think that our minds just don't work as a collective. That's what that is. Because listen, if I show up, I'm on time because I ain't want to be here in the first place. That's not us. We operate in our own way. Go to Africa. You watch them, they understand, like they move based on the sun. The sun is up, bitch, it's daytime, let's move.
Oh my God, no, that's not even true.
When it's time, yes it is.
That's not how this works. That's not how Indians
wait. I feel like white people created time as a form of control.
Oof, talk about it.
It's a form of control, creating time and like, you gotta be here by 4 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. That's a time of control. You're trying to control how I operate my life. And listen, baby, ain't but one driver of this car.
No,
so
baby,
there's
you
no,
better be in that room.
so to wrap this up, there's never really any reason for a black person to be on time.
Alrighty guys, that's all the time we have with you today. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Retweet or Delete. If you love us, follow us on Twitter at QueeredM, Queered Millennial everywhere else, including YouTube and Instagram. This is John.
I'm Prince Derek.
And I'm Sean Anthony Bryant.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.